And while we wait for those questions to come in, any expectation for the Game Awards from you guys?
That's actually one of our questions. Any Game Award announcement prediction? This year feels like there's no rumors or hype this time around. Keighley gonna Keighley. That's a whole nother topic. He wants this to be such a Hollywood. This is all I'm gonna say on it. He wants this to be such a Hollywood production, bringing in Hollywood fucking weirdos. And I'm not even necessarily saying that the individuals that he has coming are weirdos, but Hollywood is fucking full of weirdos and disconnected from reality people. Jeff Keighley wants this to be an Oscars-like show where he has all these big names. But newsflash, motherfucker, the video game industry is larger than Hollywood as far as generating revenue. If anything, you shouldn't be sucking Hollywood's dick. Hollywood should be sucking your dick. Hollywood should be sucking the video game industry's dick because that's where the power lies. That's where the money lies. That's where the influence lies. But no, Keighley just, I don't get him.
He's old school. He's old school. And to your point, the gaming industry is a lot more diverse. Like the gaming industry is global. It's not like Hollywood where it's just all in California for the most part.
Yeah. And this whole like musical artists, like, yeah, Eddie Vedder, like,
let's get it. Yesterday.
It's just like
Eddie
so
Vedder?
out of touch with reality.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting much until I read a tweet where he's like, "We got a new game announcements." I was like, "Oh yeah, the Game Awards sometimes does reveal things." That wasn't even on my radar. I was just like, "Whatever, we're just gonna hang out."
It would take a couple. It would take a couple big people with budgets to do something better than this. Like not even a handful.
And do you know that like nobody gets paid for the Game Awards or anything like that? It all just goes to Keighley. Things that make you go,
What? Wait, how do you know that?
We talked about it last night on the Spawncast. A bunch of people were like very nonchalant about that as well.
Is there a source on that? Why? I can't imagine Jeff just being like, "Yeah, I'm keeping all the money."
Why?
I'm sure he makes buku on the advertising.
Yeah,
and
that's why there's all this stupid advertising in it because all the money goes into his pocket.
You don't think he's paying staff? Like when he was doing that live,
no,
that's a huge
I'm
production.
talking about people that attend. Those people are not getting compensated.
Oh, right. The presenters and all that. The presenters, you mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
For an award show, I think so. Usually an award organization should be not for profit.
No, fuck you. Because this isn't like the fucking Oscars and bullshit like that, where these people are multi-millionaires and shit, all right? These are fucking game developers. These are people that, luckily, they might make six figures a year if they're lucky, maybe. Like, no, fuck off. Fuck that and fuck off.
In general, the spirit of any award, whether it's game, movie, any medium, should not be a monetary thing. There's definitely costs associated, and you have to recoup those costs.
So why is he making millions off of this show?
If he's making millions,
of course he's making millions. Then I disagree. Look at the revenue it generates.
If it goes right back to costs, I'm okay. If it just goes to Rich and Mistress
How
Keighley,
much does it cost? You rent out the theater. You have a bunch of people work pro bono. You have a staff that just keeps things in line that you're probably paying, a very unreasonable wage to at some point in time. Where does all that money go? Where does all that money that this show generates go?
The old ones that were live, you needed security, you needed tech for lighting, for sound, for broadcast.
I'm not talking about the old ones. I'm talking about 2020.
I don't know how he's doing it this year. If he's doing it in a Zoom call from his basement, it's pretty sketch.
That's crazy because you could just be like, oh yeah, Jeff, what are spots if we wanted to open the show? And you're like, oh, Microsoft, it's $20,000, and that's probably like one of the 50, presenters and sponsors and shit.
Nominees should not be able to put any money into a show that they are nominated in. That's just a line you shouldn't cross.
If you think it's not happening, then I got a fucking island to sell you.
Isn't it a bridge to sell? What? That's
I don't fucking know. Is Keighley presenting the awards from home? It's all being done remotely, so maybe.
Well, he did Gamescom in a green screen studio, so I think it's going to be something like that.
I think we'll see Dragon's Dogma 2 at the Game Awards. Possibly, if the Capcom leaks are accurate. It'd be a decent place to show it off, which I do think they are accurate. Do we get any Metroid announcement love at the Video Game Awards, Prime Trilogy, Samus Returns HD, etc.? I haven't heard anything.
Sean,
I say we get a tease.
there's something, and Sean's gonna have a plant next week.
Does Kojima announce anything for Jeff to drop to his knees and suck off?
Wow.
Which also plays into any truth to the Kojima Silent Hill rumors with Sony. I say no. I don't buy any of that shit. I think if there is a Silent Hill, it has nothing to do with Kojima. I can't imagine them fixing their relationship so quickly, although money does make people do crazy things.
Maybe we'll see Jeff's new partner this year.
You?
No. That's next year.
Do you think Xbox will show Game Pass stuff at the Game Awards or actual first-party stuff? From what I heard, it's Private Division. It's a game set in the Perfect Dark universe, and it's not a shooter.
Do you think we'll get an update on Halo?
No.
I think that makes sense. Okay.
What are your thoughts on a Nintendo release announcement at the Game Awards? Slim to none.
Very tiny.
You got to remember, the Game Awards last year was literally the Xbox Series X and, a little bit of some smaller games. Nintendo's done things in the past. Sony has done things in the past. But I think a lot of companies, especially in the pandemic age, are learning you don't need these events to get your product out there. You don't need these events to make a splash. Your games are still going to sell. Your games are still going to generate buzz if you want to do the stuff on your own terms in a more controlled environment where you aren't jockeying for position. There's a reason why the Xbox Series X stood out so well, because that was the one big announcement that was there. Sony didn't talk about the PlayStation 5 and what ended up happening. What's the more popular system right now? I rest my case.
What is the most popular system right now?
The PlayStation 5, stupid.
Okay. Perspective.
World premiere.
Yeah, world premiere. That's like bullshit ass game number 600.